So a few days ago I put up a poll on my channel asking what inventory theme you guys wanted to see next. The Fire and Ice theme won, taking just over 50% of the vote, but the anime theme came in a close second, so expect to see that one soon. But in today's video we'll be doing a Fire and Ice inventory, so let me explain how this will work, as it is slightly different to our previous episodes. So rather than having one skin for each gun, skins are going to be split into Fire and Ice, blue skins and red skins. Blue skins will be on the CT side and red skins will be on the T side. For weapons that are available to both sides, I'll be showing you a skin option for both red and blue, but this does mean that this episode will feature more skins than the usual videos, and therefore the budget will be slightly higher. For the gun skins in this video, you'll be looking at around £250 in total, which, while is definitely more towards the expensive side of our themed inventory so far, it does make sense as we have almost double the skins we normally have. And finally, all of this will be tied together with a great glove and knife combo featuring a Fire and Ice pattern marble fade knife that I'll show you at the end. But let's get started with our pistols, kicking it off with the USPS Blueprint for £5.77 in field tested. For the other CT starting pistol, let's grab the P2000 Oceanic for just 24p in factory new. And the only other gun that isn't available to the T side is the 5.7, so let's pick up the Foul Play for £2.46 in field tested. While the Berries and Cherry skin is very nice for Fire and Ice, it doesn't match the CT side blue and T side red theme we have, so won't be included for that reason. For our T side only skins, we have the Glock 18 Candy Apple for £1.65 in factory new, and the Tech 9 Isaac for £2.31 in minimal wear. So for our pistols available to both sides, let's start with the P250 Valence on the CT side for 60p in factory new, and the Muertos on the T side for £4.43 in field tested. The R8 Revolver Phoenix marker is our blue skin for £1 and 4p, and let's also pick up the Crimson Web for just 25p, both of these in minimal wear. The CZ75 features the blue Poison Dart for £1.75 in minimal wear, and the Red Aster for £1.63 in factory new. For the dual Berettas, the Urban Shocks are £1.77, and then the more expensive Hemoglobin skin comes in at £10.50, with both of these in minimal wear too. Lastly, for our pistols, the Deagle Blue Ply can be picked up nice and cheap for just 87p in factory new, but the Code Red is more expensive at £23.20 for field tested, with that rounding out the pistols. Let's do SMGs now, starting with the MP9 GU as our CT side only gun. There are better blue skins for the MP9, but they both happen to be very expensive, so in trying to keep this relatively budget friendly, the GU for £1.63 in factory new is the best that we have. The Mac 10 is our only T-side exclusive, so let's grab the Candy Apple for 38p in factory new. For the MP7, the Cirrus takes the CT spot for just 76p in factory new, and on the T side we'll grab the Bloodsport for £2.50 in minimal wear. The P90 Off-World works well here for just 56p in factory new, and let's pair that with the Shallow Grave for £1.63 in field tested. For the PP Bison, the Blue Streak sets us back £2.82 in minimal wear, and for our red option, the cheap Candy Apple costs us 27p for factory new. Lastly, for our SMGs, the UMP features the Exposure skin on the blue side for 69p in minimal wear, and being that is the Fire side after all, the Blaze for £21.50 for factory new takes the red side. So now it's rifles time, and let's do our CT exclusive, starting with the M4A1S Nightmare for £9.64 in field tested. Another great skin on the CT side is the M4A4 Emperor for £11.99, also in field tested. The Org Aristocrat can be picked up for just 92p in minimal wear, and then rounding out the CT side, let's pick up the FAMAS Cyanospatter for just £1.12 in factory new. On the T side, let's start with the AK Orbit Mark 1 for £9.89 in field tested. This sits very nicely as a more budget option, but the Bloodsport or the Red Laminate could also work very well for those looking to spend a little bit more. Next up, we have the SG with another Candy Apple skin for £4.27 in minimal wear. And lastly, let's grab the Galil Signal for £1.33 in factory new. Snipers now, and let's pick up the Scout Abyss, which I love, for just 73p in minimal wear. And then on the red side, the best we have is probably the Slashed for £1.54 in field tested. And for our last weapon skin, the AWP Man of War works well on the CT side, costing £39.30 in minimal wear. And the Wildfire works great with the Fire theme for £64.90 in field tested. Before we continue any further, I want to give a shout out to my jewellery brand, the Metzi Collective. We're currently running a summer giveaway as well as a 20% off site-wide sale until the end of June, so if you haven't spent all your money on CSGO skins, it's a great way to level up your summer style. And as I mentioned, this company is run by me and my brother, so by supporting Metzi in any way, you're also really helping support the channel. So check the link in the description if you're interested. There's links to our website, giveaway, and our Instagram, as even something as simple as following us on our socials really means a lot. So thanks a lot for that, and let's get back to the video. Okay, so now it's time to take a look at our knife and glove combo for this build. The whole inventory revolves around the cool Fire and Ice pattern that is present on some of the marble fade knives. Most well known is the Karambit Fire and Ice, but the pattern can actually be achieved on the Bayonet, Flip Knife and the Gut Knife too. I'm going to leave a really helpful guide for those of you looking to pick up a Fire and Ice knife in the description below, so go check that out for help on what pattern ideas you need. For now, let's just throw on the Flip Knife. As for gloves to pair this with, we have two options. We can either choose blue gloves for the CT side and red gloves for the T side, but this can get quite expensive. So instead I prefer to go for the Specialist Gloves Fade. Note that these aren't the marble fade gloves and just the standard fade gloves instead. A pair of these will set you back around £400 in field tested, but as the pattern is both blue and red, it will work on both sides. But finally, we need an agent for both sides, so let's start with the Special Agent Ava on the CT side for £10.84. And lastly, for one with red sleeves, the Resin the Ready for £2.69 works very well, and with that, our Fire and Ice inventory is finished. So let me know what inventory you want to see next down in the comments below, and also go follow Metzi on Instagram, I would really appreciate it. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.